Hi everyone, in this video module, we will see how to add a time series chart. It's nothing but a line chart which we are getting in Microsoft Excel. Okay, so this is nothing but it will help us to show the trend over a particular time period. So how to insert it? Simply go to add a chart and there you have options like insert a time series chart, sparkline chart and smoothen time series chart. So let's go with time series chart insertion and we'll click on the report. Now you could see that a time series chart is generated based on the order date and the record count. So every day how many number of sales were being made is the representation which is being made here. But this one is too granular. What we are going to do by looking at the number of sales on each day, we need to have a less granular view. Okay, before going into that, let us see the various options which are given here. Okay, like the data source. The data source, we are using the same data source that is being mentioned here. Then the date range dimensions, from where, from which column you need to pick up the dates based on which the calculation should be made. That is the date range dimension. So in our case, in our source data, the date should be picked up from a particular column, that is the order date. So that is our date range dimension here. Next, what is the dimensions? So for any time series chart, the dimension should contain a field which has the date. So again, we'll consider the same order date. Okay, what is drill down and what is the breakdown dimensions? We'll see in the upcoming videos. Okay, what is a metric? Metric is nothing but what is the numerical data which we are interested in for generating this chart. So I'm not basically interested in seeing the number of sales in each day for this particular chart. I'm more interested to see how much sale is made, for how many thousands or for how many lakhs a sale is made. That is what I'm interested in. Okay, so this one I'll go and change it into total number of sales. Okay, see now you could see the sales for each day when being shown in the time series chart. Okay, but again, as I said, this is too much granular. I don't want everyday sales to be mentioned here. I just wanted the quarterly sales to be mentioned here. How can I do it? I'll simply go to dimensions. In that, the order date is there. I'll hover over the calendar icon. I'll click in this, and what is the type of the data? It's a date and time. Under date and time, I want it as year and month. Okay, so we have seen all these in very detail in the previous videos. Just a refreshment. Okay, so year, month, sorry, we'll have it as year, quarter. Okay, now wait for the data to load up. Wow, you got a beautiful time series chart. So in first quarter of 2018, this much was the sales. Second quarter, this much. Third quarter, this much. So like that, in each quarter for every year, what is the amount of sales we are getting as a visual representation in this time series chart. Okay, optional metrics, like for example, if I want my profit to be shown under optional metrics, what I'll need to do, I'll turn on the optional metrics and I will simply drag and drop the profit. Okay, so in the end report, if someone wants to view my sales as well as my profit, they can click the profit enter optional menu, optional metrics, and they can see a green color line which corresponds to the total profit. Okay, here we have the legend also, which shows blue stands for profit and blue stands for sales and green stands for profit. Okay, so if I want to undo the sales also, even that can be done. If I want both to keep, that also can be done. Okay, next one is the default date range. So we have 4 years data. Okay, what if I want data of only 2020 to be projected, to be seen in this particular time series chart? I'll go to custom, and in the custom, the date range, I will choose it as 2020 January 1 till 2020 December 31st. Now all the data which is shown is only for 2020, the year of 2020. Okay, what if I want to compare this 2020 data with 2019 data? Okay, so that I'll be able to see how much is my performance when compared to the previous year. For that, we have an option called comparison date range, which can be utilized to compare with the previous year. I am applying this. Now I can see the comparison. So in 2019, sales was highest in the third quarter, whereas in 2020, sales was highest during the second quarter. Okay, so these kind of comparisons is also possible. And again, in this, if I want to see the profit as well, that also I can do. Okay, so the profit is being compared for 2020 and 2019 as well. Okay, so this is about the comparison date range. For now, we'll have it as auto. Okay, and how to add a filter. So in the previous videos, we saw how to add a filter. If I want to consider or only those sales which are made above 1000 rupees, I want to consider only those sales for generating this time series chart. Can I do it? Yes, I can do it by creating this filter. So how to create this filter, how to add a filter, we saw in the previous videos. We can brush up through those. Okay, what is cross filtering? We'll see in the upcoming videos. So that's all for this video about creating a time series chart. We'll catch up in the next one. Thank you.